When you're treating cancer metabolically and using a lot more like integrative approach, supplements are a big part of that treatment. Owen goes through a ton, has a ton of different supplements. There's certainly not enough for me to share with you on this one video, but I wanted to share with you 4 important ones and share with you why he's taking them and the benefits. So before I go and explain 2 of the supplements that he's taking out of the 4, I wanna first explain a big part of metabolic therapy. So a tumor cell, there's a number of things that feed it, but there's 4 big ones that feed a cancer cell. Most cancers feed off of sugar. So that would be glucose. Some also will feed off of protein. Others, and this is more of a minor amount, like maybe like some forms of breast cancer and prostate cancer will feed off of fat. And then some will feed off of hormones like estrogen, right? And there's other things that'll feed it too, but those are like the big ones. So when you're treating metabolically, the more you know about your cancer and can really look at what the research shows about what it feeds off of, the better. Glucose is gonna be a guarantee with anyone. I don't know of one cancer that we've learned about that doesn't feed off of glucose. So one of the things that you wanna do is to kill the pathways that are feeding the tumors. And so Berberine is a supplement that Owen takes that specifically targets the glucose pathways that feed cancer. Now, this can be used for a lot of different things. I think a lot of like diabetics and so forth might be able to benefit from Berberine because really all it does is minimizes the amount of glucose in your body. So when you are fighting cancer, you want to go on a low sugar diet, but there's just no way that you can escape all of the glucose because you're gonna have it in your carbohydrates, even if you do have a healthy low carb diet. So this helps really minimize that. And so he takes this in addition to a prescription that also works with those glucose pathways. But this is a supplement that we do find on Amazon. He has it when he first wakes up, and then he has it at bedtime. For breakfast and lunch or lunch and dinner, we'll do the prescription that he takes. Okay, you cannot do anything to minimize the protein that feeds cancer. Otherwise you'll die. Like protein is super, super essential. They've tried doing studies to minimize protein and it was not good. So the only thing that you can do to minimize protein feeding your cancer is to just not eat a ton of protein, right? So if you're on a ketogenic diet, you're probably gonna have maybe 10%, 15% of your calories come from protein. So we're gonna just skip that with supplement. There's no supplement that you can take that would be safe. The next one is gonna be estrogen. Now, Owen's cancer is so rare, we don't know if estrogen feeds it. There's not enough studies to have shown like what it is. So we know glucose for sure. But what we're doing with the support of doctors is targeting as many pathways as possible just to be safe. So in case estrogen is affecting Owen's tumors in any way, we take a supplement called indole 3-carbinol. Now, this is a supplement that basically helps your body not convert, basically like the foundational elements that your body uses to create estrogen and not convert it over to estrogen. And I believe it helps also detoxify any excess estrogen in the body as well. So, some people with, like menopausal and those types of things might want to take this. Somebody with too much estrogen in their bodies might want to take something like this. Obviously, that's something for you to talk about with your doctor, but for cancer treatment, this is a good supplement if you're trying to minimize the impact of estrogen feeding those tumors. Owen takes this one at lunch and one at dinner. The next 2 supplements that I want to talk about are not supplements that taken alone would be considered like a primary cancer treatment. But what studies have found is if you take them alongside traditional treatment, they are really good at enhancing the effects. The first one that I want to talk about is what's called E.G.C.G. And I don't know what that acronym, like the long word is, but basically it's taken from green tea. Now, green tea extract has been studied for a very long time, hundreds of years in Chinese medicine. They've been prescribing it for generations to improve the immune system. But recent research has really shown that there's a thing in there called polyphenols, and really what it does is helps prevent tumor growth. It actually works at the stem cell level. So when you have stem cells in your body that are creating more and more of the cell that it's in charge of, sadly, cancer has stem cells too. It has to continue to renew, has to continue to make more. This inhibits stem cell renewal. Most of the time it's used for preventing cancer, and it's very good at preventing cancer. But for those people who already have cancer, what it can do is prevent reoccurrence. So you already have the stem cells already creating it, but it can help prevent that renewal, which will obviously prevent reoccurrence. If you have cancer at a low enough stage, it could prevent metastasis. Forgive me if I didn't say that word correctly. And then for somebody who might have metastasis, it can hopefully prevent it from continuing to grow. So obviously it's not going to be enough to shrink the tumor, but if it can be enough to prevent it from continuing to grow, then the other treatments that you're taking that are able to shrink it can really shrink it, because they're not fighting against this cancer that's continuing to grow as well. That makes sense. This is very high energizing, so we do have him take this for breakfast and for lunch, and I don't have him take it at dinner time because obviously it'll affect his sleep. The last one that I want to talk about is reishi. Reishi is a type of mushroom, and this one really works well if you're taking chemotherapy for your treatment. What reishi does is it seems to enhance the tumor's response to chemotherapy. It works, the chemo gets to work better if you're taking reishi. What they also have found is that when they've done control studies with people taking care of chemotherapy and not taking reishi versus those who took chemotherapy and also reishi, found that those who completed treatment and were taking reishi had a better quality of life afterward. And the reason why is because chemo jacks you up. Like, it kills the cancer, but it really destroys your body too. So this helps your body be able to recover better so that after chemo, you can have a better quality of life. It's also really preventative for cancer because what it does is increases your body's what's called natural killer cells. So when your body sees something that's carcinogenic, it will kill it. So it's, again, an important part of your immune system. And so if you already have cancer and you've got more carcinogens coming, you're probably more prone to other cancers. Owen's cancer makes him more prone to other cancers. This is gonna help him just prevent that vicious cycle. Owen takes reishi pretty much with every meal, so breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Okay, so those are 4 supplements that we take to help Owen battle cancer metabolically. Oh, there's plenty more, and we plan on doing more videos to share other supplements that you can take if you're battling cancer or that you can share with a loved one. We're gonna have some links below to the ones that we use so that you can take a look at those and possibly talk with your doctor about including them in your regimen or in the regimen of your loved ones. And stick around for more videos if you want to learn more about other supplements that you can take to fight cancer at the metabolic level.